spite of out-of-date gear and obsolete styling, the Frontier still offers well. The geriatric midsizer has standard pickup truck capacities, sea-towing, pulling, and going dirt road romping. However, it can't coordinate the highlights and artfulness of current adversaries. Rather, its configurable load box and Go 4x4 romping prepared additional items bid to tradesmen and swashbucklers. A discretionary 261 horsepower V6 and a durable frame add to respectable driving elements. All things considered, the non-appearance of attractive alternatives and the unforgiving reality of a devastating sight are hard to ignore. With everything taken into account, the Frontier is an extraordinary instrument for the 9-to-5 granulate, yet that is about it. The Frontier extends into 2018 with minute changes. The base model includes more standard hardware, for example, aerating and cooling, a reinforcement camera, voyage control, and a 5.0-inch non-touch shading show with Bluetooth network. Nissan's Midnight Edition trim joins the Frontier lineup later in the year, including dark outside pieces, grille, 18-inch wheels, step rails, and that's only the tip of the iceberg. The Frontier has the slightest effective V6 in its class and a bygone 5-speed programmed transmission. All things considered, it has similar towing limits and can be fitted with a 5-speed, 4-barrel just, or 6-speed manual gearbox. The main thing that is special about the Frontier's powertrains is that an old-fashioned 5-speed gearbox is the solitary program choice. Its standard 4-barrel and accessible V6 are unaltered and can be matched with a 5 or 6-speed manual, separately. Regardless of its dated engineering, the Frontier has sufficient driving progression, for a medium-sized pickup, obviously. The accessible V6 gives satisfactory execution, and the ride is consistent on generally streets. With an arrangement of remainder powertrains and an unaltered case, the Frontier gives an indistinguishable execution and driving elements from in 2017. While it's not as refined as opponents, the trusty truck is appropriate for light work obligation and tooling around town. We've just tried a Frontier with the discretionary 4.0-liter V6 and most as of late with the rough terrain prepared Pro 4X trim. Just accessible with 4-wheel drive, it additionally incorporates bumpy off-road tires, a substantial obligation suspension, and an electronic locking back pivot. Our test truck achieved 60 miles per hour in 7.3 seconds, which is faster than the Toyota Tacoma TRD Pro. The Frontier never felt moderate to midday by day utilize, yet its V6 motor sounded coarse, and the loyal 5-speed programmed had lethargic responses. The most evident sign that the Frontier is outdated is its old-fashioned inside. In any case, Nissan has spruced up the base model by including standard aerating and cooling and voyage control for 2018. The Frontier's team taxicab has not too bad front traveler space. However, even its group taxi's rearward-sitting arrangement has constrained legroom, 32.4 inches, which is like the confined Toyota Tacoma double cab. The Frontier's inside is ruled by obsolete highlights and a plenitude of modest plastics in differing shades of dark. The surfaces are definitely not delicate, and they scratch effortlessly. In any case, it had all the earmarks of being assembled well with predictable bored holes. The deadened switchgear is monstrous however successful and gives clear activity. The space in our Pro 4X test truck was improved with cowhide trimming on the directing wheel, entryway boredom beds, and on the agreeable seats. Too terrible no measure of cash will give you an extending controlling wheel, cooled front seats, remote charging, or even a warmed guiding wheel, and our case still cost $37,075. The main unusual blind side inside the Frontier is caused by the back seat headrest, which converges with the traveler side back rooftop column. While its 18 feet of front darkened roadway is tops among rivals stride, its back clouded roadway is incredibly short at 22 feet. That is 14 feet, not as much as the somewhat little Mazda MX-5 Miata we tried.